There it goes. Okay, I am on the air here, and from time to time in here, I am going to be using this as, and the hood needs to be off, or beanie needs to be off. Periodically, from time to time, I am going to be recording some of these lectures, and my goal is to eventually get some lectures online. These will be eventually posted on YouTube, just so you are aware of this. And so periodically, I am going to record some lectures. I may do it in some of my other classes. And so this is an experimental device we're using this year called the swivel device. The idea is the camera should theoretically be following me around the classroom. How it does it, I'm not sure. It doesn't seem like it's totally turning at certain points, but at certain points it will turn on me and theoretically follow me around the room. That's what it should theoretically do, okay? But that's the idea. And the idea is that if you're absent from class, it's a way of you being able to go online and say, okay, we took notes today. You can go online and see what notes you did miss. Okay. My topic for today is analyzing data. That's my topic for today. Analyzing data. Now, eventually, you're going to be going through collecting data, and as you collect this data, you're going to be doing something with it. You're going to be reviewing this information. You're going to be evaluating it for what it says. And I want to put down some basic guidelines for you for analyzing this information that you acquire. And you need these guidelines because you want to make sure that you go through your results from your surveys and make sure that you have information that you can work with. So when we're going through, there are kind of 4 basic steps to analyzing data. First step is, what does the data say? Basically, what do the numbers say? That's the first question you got to ask yourself. What do I actually got here? What's in front of me? What kind of information is it conveying? And what kind of information is actually there? That's the first thing I want to know. What's there? What am I actually analyzing? Are there any trends? And I would even ask that kind of as a second step. Are there any trends in the numbers? And that's my second step. What kind of trends are indicated in these numbers? Especially if I'm looking at stuff over a period of time. Is information going up? Is it going down? Is there bumps in the road? What kind of trends do I actually have? And that's important. The third thing I need to ask myself as I'm going through, actually before I get there, does the data match my hypothesis? And of course, that classic sub-question, why not? Does my conclusions support what I was thinking about to begin with? Now, if you're doing a qualitative study, this step will not be necessary because you'll just be given data and you need to figure out what's going on with it. But for the survey project, you're doing a quantitative study which required you to create a hypothesis. And now you want to see, does my conclusions and does the information I have actually match up? Why did that happen? Or why did it not happen? Are there reasons one way or the other? And you will find that as you go through this information, that you will see that there are going to be things where the data is going to match up, the data will line up beautifully, and other areas where your data will be way off from the hypothesis. Why is that the case? Why is that not the case? And address that. And then I have to ask myself, are the results reliable? Now, when I'm saying this question, what do you think I'm asking for here? What am I asking if I'm asking you, are the results reliable? Are they true? Okay. Anything else you want to add? Or anyone want to add? But that's a key component of it. Are they true? Is the results I got, are they really accurate numbers? Are they numbers that I can count on? Is the results really a reflection of what's going on? Do I have some error in my conclusions? Do I have some error in the data? You might find some reasons for that. And if I'm asking if they're reliable, I'm also asking, is my data valid? Are they results I can actually use? And those are questions that as you're going through, that you want to ask. Because you should always be questioning reliability and validity. Because that means, do I have results that are truly scientific? Do I have results that are free from my opinions? Do I have conclusions that are objective and not subjective? And when you go through analyzing data, these are 4 basic steps that you always want to follow. And then the 5th question is to question the data. What questions do I have? And some of these questions could include interpretation. So they could be questions about interpretation. They could be questions about missing information. Do I have all the information I need to make a proper conclusion? do I have other things I need to know? Am I missing something that's not giving me a clear, accurate picture of what's going on? Okay. I'll ask later. But do I have questions on my information? Are there other things I might need to study? Ooh, and I created an acronym, in my opinion. Okay. And then finally, conclusions that I can make. What can I conclude about the data? What information do I have that is reliable? And based on that information, what conclusions can I make about that data? What kind of results do I actually have? And those are really kind of your 6 steps of analyzing data. And when you're going through interpreting your information, what kind of conclusions can I make? But I go through a process of evaluation. And usually this process you can apply to just about anything, whether it's qualitative data, historical data, the quantitative data that you're going to be accumulating, and generally any other forms of study that we do in this class. Okay? And that should conclude my